Hello and welcome back. Have you ever been drawn to manifestation tools, but you kind of get stuck wondering, okay, where do I even begin? Well, if that's you, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on two really powerful techniques, the ancient practice of mantras and the modern magic of switchwords. We'll get into what they are, how they work, and most importantly, which one is the right fit for you. So let's dive in. All right, let's just get right to it. This is the question on everyone's mind, right? Mantra or switchword? Which one is actually going to get me results faster? It's a fantastic question, and I promise by the end of this, you won't just have the answer. You'll know exactly which tool to reach for, depending on what you want to create. So first up, let's talk about mantras. Now, I want you to think of these as more than just words. They're like ancient energetic keys. They've been around for thousands of years in spiritual traditions, and they're all about working with the power of vibration. So, at its very core, what is a mantra? It's a sound vibration. It's a very specific frequency, usually in a sacred language like Sanskrit or Tibetan, and it's designed to create this really profound shift in your whole being, mentally, spiritually, you name it. It's really less about what the word means literally and way more about the energetic hum of the sound itself. Okay, so how does this actually work? Well, mantras go deep. When you start chanting, it really helps to quiet down all that nonstop chatter in your head. And when your mind calms down, your personal frequency, your vibration, naturally starts to rise. This isn't just a quick fix either. This is about creating real, long-term, energetic shifts and plugging you into a much larger source of spiritual power. Let's make this real with a classic example, Om Mani Padme Hum. You've probably heard this one. It's one of the most famous mantras from Tibetan Buddhism. Its vibration is all about invoking compassion, drawing in abundance, and this is a big one, clearing out all those energetic blocks that get in your way. Honestly, just chanting this for a couple of minutes can bring such a noticeable feeling of peace. All right, let's completely shift gears now. We're going to go from the ancient to the very modern. We're moving from this deep spiritual vibration to something we can call the mind's direct command. So, welcome to the world of switchwords. So a switchword is a whole different ballgame. It's a simple, powerful word in English that works like a direct order to your subconscious mind. You can think of it like a password or a shortcut that tells your brain to switch on a certain state or outcome. And it does this by totally bypassing all the doubts and resistance of your conscious mind. And here's why they're so popular. They are just so simple and direct. Switchwords are incredibly easy to use. You don't need to believe in them, you don't need a special ritual. They're designed to work fast for very specific, targeted goals because they tap right into your subconscious programming. That makes them useful for literally anyone. Let's look at how you'd use them. Take this phrase, together, divine, count. Each of these words has a job. Together is what they call a master switchword. It brings everything into alignment. Divine is for tapping into universal support. Miracles. And count is specifically for attracting money. You just string them together to create this super focused command for what you want. Okay, so we've got the ancient vibration of mantras and the modern command of switchwords. Now we can finally get back to that big question and get you the answer you've been waiting for. Which one is faster? And the answer really depends on what you're trying to do. It's all about picking the right tool for the job, If your goal is deep spiritual growth, long-term healing, or creating this profound sense of inner calm, a mantra is absolutely your best friend. But if you're looking for quick, specific results for an immediate goal, like, say, boosting your confidence right before a meeting, a switchword is almost always going to get you there faster. This chart just lays it all out so perfectly. You can see the origins are totally different, spiritual versus mind programming. Mantras are best for that deep, long-term change, while switchwords are your go-to for fast, specific goals. And look at the difficulty in time. Mantras take a little more commitment, while switchwords are super easy and quick. And the energy impact is key. Mantras create this high, sustained vibration. Switchwords give you that quick, targeted jolt of activation. So now that you get the what and the why, let's talk about the how. Because honestly, the best way to understand these is to just start using them. So here's a super simple guide to get you started with chanting, maybe even today. For a mantra, the process itself is really part of the magic. Just find a quiet spot, get comfortable, and take a moment to focus on your breath. The traditional way is to chant 108 times. And here's the most important tip. Focus on the feeling of the vibration in your body. Don't stress about getting the pronunciation 100% perfect. Doing this in the morning or evening is a beautiful way to start or end your day with intention. Now, check out how much simpler this is for switchwords. There's no ritual, no special posture. You just repeat the words, either in your head or out loud, whenever and wherever. Seriously, walking down the street, sitting at your desk, even in the shower. You can chant them a specific number of times if that helps you focus, but the real power here is just how easy and flexible they are. So you might be thinking, okay, but do I really have to choose just one? And the answer to that is a huge no. In fact, the real power move is learning how to use these tools together. This is such a great approach. You really don't have to be on Team Mantra or Team Switchword. Think of it this way. You could start your day with a 10-minute mantra practice to ground yourself and set a really high vibration for the day. And then, as you go about your business, you can just sprinkle in switchwords for those quick, on-the-spot boosts whenever you need them. It's really the best of both worlds. So there you have it. We've looked at the ancient and the modern, the vibrational and the mental command. You now have two distinct and really powerful tools in your personal toolkit to create real, tangible change in your life. So the only question left is, what are you